Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling something really interesting. It affects all of us, really, no matter how fluent you are. The subtle art of asking for help. Seems simple, doesn't it? But getting that balance right is key.
It really is. It's a bit of a delicate dance,
Right.
especially if you're in a new place, maybe using a new language. There's that worry, isn't there? That fear of sounding rude or maybe too stiff or just nervous.
Yeah, absolutely. So our mission today is to look at some simple, polite, and most importantly, natural ways to ask for help in English. We're going beyond just the words. We're diving into the tone, how to sound polite but still confident. Not like you're demanding something,
No.
or worse, kind of begging.
Exactly. And our thinking today is really shaped by a great piece called The Art of Asking for Help in English.
Right.
It really gets into how certain phrases work, how they affect how people see your request. It's all about that subtle influence.
And here's a little teaser for you. We'll get into why sometimes saying yes is actually the wrong answer when someone asks if you mind helping them. It's one of those English quirks, right? Confusing at first, but once you get it, it really helps your fluency. Okay, let's dig in. So it's not just the words we pick. You mentioned tone and approach are huge, especially maybe when learning the language. Why is that so critical?
That's a really good point. It really isn't just what you say. It's all about how you say it. Softening your request, maybe giving a little bit of context. It can completely change how people react. Linguists talk about face saving. You're basically showing you respect their time, that you know it might be an inconvenience. It makes them more willing to help. It's like setting the stage, really.
Okay, that makes sense. So setting the stage,
Yeah.
where do we start with the actual phrases? What's a good kind of all-purpose one?
Well, I think a really great one, friendly, approachable, especially for smaller things, is could you give me a hand? It just means can you help me? But it feels warmer, doesn't it? And usually for things like, I don't know, carrying something or maybe setting up a projector.
Right. So probably not for asking someone to, say, proofread a massive report.
Probably not ideal for that, no. It really implies something often physical or just a quick assist. And you can tweak it easily. Add, please, could you please give me a hand? Makes it a bit more formal. Or just keep it casual with friends or colleagues you know well.
Got it. Okay, so that's good for more casual stuff. But what about, like, at work? Or if you're talking to someone you don't know that well, how do you make it more polite?
Ah, okay. For that, would you mind helping me with is perfect. It's
Mm,
really soft, very polite. It works because you're not directly asking them to do something. You're asking if it would bother them. Is this going to be a problem for you? Sort of thing. Like, would you mind helping me with this spreadsheet? Or would you mind helping me find this file? It shows a lot of respect for their time.
Okay, and that phrase, would you mind helping me? This is the one. This catches so many people out. I definitely messed this up when I was learning. I remember saying yes
Yeah.
once, thinking I was being agreeable and getting a very confused look. Can you explain the right way to answer that one?
Oh, yes, the classic trap. So if someone asks you, would you mind helping me? The really polite answer, the one that says, I'm happy to help, is actually not at all.
Hmm.
Or you could say, no problem at all. Or, sure, I'd be happy to. It feels backwards, but saying yes technically means, yes, I do mind. It's strange, but that's just how English works in this case. Super important to get right.
It really is counterintuitive, but essential.
Yeah.
Okay, third phrase. What if you need to give a bit of background first, or maybe make the request seem less like a big deal?
Right. This is where I'm having a bit of trouble with. It's fantastic. It's a really natural way to start. What's good about it is how it softens things. Instead of just help, you lead by explaining the situation gently. I'm having a bit of trouble with this online form. Could you take a look? Or maybe I'm having trouble logging in. Any chance you could help?
Yeah.
It just sounds calmer, more respectful, like you're trying to solve it together, not just dumping the problem on them. It shows you've made an effort to.
I like that. It signals, hey, I'm stuck, but I've tried. Okay, let's see these in action. Imagine two coworkers, Jason and Priya. Jason's maybe getting a bit stressed with the presentation.
Okay, so Jason might go up to Priya's desk, kind of casual, and say, hey, Priya, could you give me a hand with something?
And Priya, reacting naturally, might say, sure, what's up? You know, open and ready to hear what the issue is.
Exactly. Then Jason explains using that phrase, I'm having a bit of trouble with the PowerPoint slides. They're not saving properly. See how he uses a bit of trouble? It doesn't sound like a massive crisis, just an annoying problem.
Yeah, smart move. Doesn't overwhelm Priya. So she might say, oh, that happens sometimes. Want me to take a look? Offering help, not just being told to help.
Right. And Jason could follow up with, would you mind? I've tried everything. Still polite, even though he sounds a bit frustrated, maybe. he's used that polite form again.
And Priya nails the response, avoiding the yes trap. No problem at all. Let's see what's going on. Really friendly, really clear, no problem at all. Perfect.
Yeah, and that little scene, it just shows how these phrases work in everyday situations, right? Work, daily life. They just make things smoother, more pleasant. It's about respecting the other person.
Okay, so we've got these key phrases. But are there ways to level up, to take maybe a more basic request and make it sound, well, more fluent, more natural in English, like a fluency booster?
Absolutely, yeah. Fluency builders is a good way to put it. Small tweaks, big difference in politeness and how natural you sound. Okay, so take something really direct, like, help me with this. Grammatically okay, sure, but it can sound a bit like a command, can't it?
Right. So instead, you'd shift to, could you give me a hand with this? Much more like a question, less like an order.
Mm,
More cooperative.
precisely. Or another one, I don't understand this. It's honest, but sometimes it can feel a bit abrupt, like you're just giving up.
And the upgrade is.
I'm having a bit of trouble with this.
Well.
It just suggests, look, I'm working on it, I'm trying, but I've hit a snag. Could you offer some insight? Shows you're engaged.
Makes sense. Okay, what about this one? Do this for me. That sounds pretty bad in English, right?
Oh, yeah, that's usually a big no. It sounds really demanding, even rude sometimes, ignores the other person completely.
So much better to use.
Would you mind helping me with this? Miles, more respectful. And honestly, people are much more likely to help if they feel it's a choice, not an order. It's asking for a favor, not giving a command.
Definitely. Okay, last one. Instead of just, can you do it? Which can sometimes sound a bit challenging.
Yeah, try any chance you could help with this. That sounds super friendly, really common in more casual chats. It's like a gentle invitation.
Great tips. Okay, let's just quickly recap the main points from today's deep dive. We looked at 3 core phrases. Could you give me a hand? Then the very polite, would you mind helping me with? Ooh, and that softer approach, I'm having a bit of trouble with.
And don't forget those fluency boosters we just talked about. The small shifts in how you phrase things, they really do make you sound more confident, more natural, and just generally more effective when you communicate.
Right, so here's a little challenge for you listening this week. Try to actively practice asking someone for help in English. Even if it's just pretend, like you need help with homework, or figuring out a recipe, or maybe your Wi-Fi is acting up again. Use one of these phrases. Maybe pick the one that feels the most awkward right now and try it out.
Yeah, and if you're feeling a bit hesitant, maybe just write it down first. Or try recording yourself saying it on your phone. Just hearing yourself can help you get comfortable with the words and the sound of it before you use it for real.
Okay, and here's a final thought for you to consider. Something that goes way beyond just learning English. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
That's so true. Asking for help isn't weakness. It's actually, well, it just shows you're self-aware, you're humble. It's a strength. Maybe think about times in your own life, where asking for help or maybe deciding not to ask really changed things. It's such a fundamental skill, isn't it? For connecting with people, for tackling challenges, just for thriving, really, in language and, well, in life.